I actually don't know what I want to say. I'm just kind of like turning this on because I feel like I have something I want to talk through, but I'm not quite sure what it is. I don't know, today was just like such a weird, it wasn't a weird day. It just felt really off. Where I just like didn't feel very engaged at work. But I also really wasn't trying to. I think it's because I felt a little discouraged about a task that I kind of fucked up. And it just kind of got me thinking that, like, I keep telling myself that I know, like, this will be like my last job, like working for somebody else, and like what I do next, like, I know that it has to be for myself, but at the same time, like, I'm not putting myself out there to like put that into motion. It's like I kind of have an idea of like what I kind of want to do, like, or like things that I want to try. Like, I just bought my house the beginning of this year, and I like want to do like a little, I mean, this is not like full-time job, but it's, you know, probably a revenue stream that I want to explore, which is having a cute little, I keep calling it a farm stand, but it's not a farm stand, a bake stand, community stand, um, where I can kind of just like put out baked goods that I'm working on, or pottery that I've been working on, growing flowers in my backyard. Just kind of like a little cute little community space for my neighbors to like come grab a croissant, or, you know, no, not or, like grab a croissant and a little bouquet of flowers, or a cute little mug that I've been just kind of like practicing with. And I mean, I think I know why I haven't really done it, and I think a lot of it is just having to make more decisions. And I do feel like I think between work and, you know, working on other projects with my house, like I finally got my garden in, and like that was a lot of work, troubleshooting and making decisions that like I kind of just like hit my threshold of like making decisions. And I'm also currently trying to figure out like a little renovation in my kitchen so that way I can more comfortably bake, because I have a very, very small kitchen. Like, I have an 18-inch stove. It's not the best, and I have like this much counter space, so it's like not ideal. And so I'm like working on that and having to make decisions, and I'm just like, there's way too many decisions here, and I keep going back and forth without like doing it like the cheapest way possible, or, which is also still a lot of money. Like, it's not like a little bit, but then I'm like, well, do I just go the medium route and like spend a little bit extra money but actually get like actual countertops and not like a butcher block, which I love, but I also know myself where I'm like, I already taking care of my wooden cutting board, so I imagine like taking care of the butcher block would not be high on my list of things that I would probably be good at. And so yeah, with all that, you know, just adding to the mental load, which I already have like a high like baseline for. But you know, I am like working on managing that, you know, and I think it helps like putting up boundaries for myself to not get so involved in other people's problems and wanting to help them solve them. But it really does just come from like a place of like, I think probably, you know, in a way it's like survival of like growing up, but also just a deep desire to like not have the people that I care about suffer, or like, I don't know, it's not even suffer, it's like have them, like if they're going through something hard, like I just want to help them, but that, you know, doesn't help them and it doesn't help me. And I think it's been challenging. Like working through that. But, you know, it's been worth it because I do feel a lot better. So loud. Yeah, but today was an off day, and I'm not gonna let this, you know, carry over until tomorrow, but if it does, I think that's a sign to me that I don't know, I have to kind of like figure out what that means. So I have been more aware when those moments happen. And I have been just like, okay, like these moments exist. But I think I'm still at the point where I'm like, what will help here? And like I was like trying to like take stock of what I've been doing. Like I've definitely been eating healthier. Maybe it's like I haven't like, I don't spend much time outside unless it's like to do something like in my backyard. So, and I did want to go for a walk today after work, but then I kind of just got distracted. And I was just gonna like go drive to a little walking path that's by the river, and it's really pretty. But then I kind of just like let time pass, but you know, I can go tomorrow. I know part of me also wants to go to Stewart's and get some ice cream. But I know that probably won't make me feel better. I mean, it'll make me feel better, but I don't know. Does anybody else like struggle with like, I don't know, makes me think like if I have like, I know that I have inattentive ADHD. I scored pretty high on the autism assessment, and I think as a result of like not being diagnosed with that stuff, I was diagnosed with ADHD last year, and that's just kind of resulted in like chronic anxiety. And I don't know, maybe there's like some other like a mood disorder, because I just feel like I'm constantly like, I don't know if it's just because of the situations I'm putting like that I'm in, but I just feel like it's like do good for a few months and then I don't do good for another, like, I don't know, it kind of seems like maybe it's like 3 months. I should probably document this. Like February, March were not good months for me. April, May, maybe it's 2 months or better. And now we're June. I really hope June and July are not like February and March. But I've learned a lot going through those like really lows there. It's also just like really different, like, because the last few years leading up until February, actually no, it's been, I would say probably like 5 years, were not great. But I also think I was really like suppressing a lot and like had no idea like anything about myself. So I was so externally focused, and like my family and my relationship at the time, which none of them are really like healthy dynamics. And so I was kind of like very numb to what any signals that I was getting from my body, other than like distress. But then it was easy for me to kind of just like suppress that. And I think that is also like why I really started to use some Mary Jane every day. And that was definitely not helpful. I think it was helpful in a way, but then I've kind of taken a break from it the last few months, and I think that's really like I think that was like the best decision I've made in a really long time. And that was kind of just something that just like one day I was like didn't do it, and then the next day I was like, I'm gonna keep trying to not do any weed. And yeah, so like now I think it's like 2 months, and I find regulating myself is a lot easier, mostly because it's not like I didn't feel a dependency on it, but I definitely got something out of it where like I didn't want to I don't know, I don't really know why I was really doing it, but it did like calm me. But also like now I'm able to kind of calm myself, which is absolutely amazing. And yeah. Yeah, I think maybe that's because I have been, I think over the last few weekends, I've been experimenting with smoking just like a little bit, or in the last 2 nights I had like a hard cider, and so I think I've been having like crazy dreams because of it. But like I don't think I like the way it makes me feel. Like like, I'm not going to, like, never do it again, but, like, I don't want it to, I was, like, thinking, like, oh, maybe it'll be, like, a Saturday treat, but even then, like, I'm like, I don't really want to do that, because, like, I did feel so much better when I wasn't consuming it. And I think the same is going to go for, like, alcohol. I've never drank alcohol because I also think, like, I was, like, I don't want to say, like, allergic to it, but, like, whenever I would have any, like, my face gets really red, like, here, and then sometimes it gets, like, all the way up here. Actually, like, my whole face gets red, and it's really uncomfortable, especially, like, because drinking is kind of like a social thing, and, you know, it's not, like, the most fun when, like, I don't know, I just, like, remember, like, being younger and being, like, extremely shy, and, you know, if you got, like, called on or whatever, like, my face would turn super red and people would, like, say something about it. And same thing with alcohol. They'd be like, oh my god, your face is so red. It's like, I know, thanks for pointing that out. But anyway, yeah, I don't know, just having an awareness there, and that's great. But yeah, I guess that's, I'm noticing how dark it's getting now as the sun is setting, and I guess I should probably go get ready for bed. It sounds lovely, but I still really want a sweet treat. Oh, I have cookies. Actually, no, yeah, I have a cookie in the fridge. It just makes it so good. What was it? Like those, it's not a Millionaire's cookie. It's like the cookie where you mix nuts, coconut, chocolate chips, and, like, sweetened condensed milk. But I have, like, a bunch of other different shit in it, like chia seeds and oats and stuff. So it's like, I tell myself it's a healthier cookie, but there's definitely, like, chocolate and there's sweetened condensed milk in it. So yeah, I'm gonna go get myself ready for bed. I'm gonna go make myself a little cookie and, yeah, go watch couples therapy. But yeah, that is what I'm gonna go do. But also, like, if anybody stumbles upon this video and feels like they're in a similar boat, let me know if you have any thoughts, or if you have a channel that you'd like to talk about your stuff. I would love to listen. So yeah, that's my ask, I guess. All right, y'all, talk to you later.